Okay, we're going to start off by preheating the oven at 375. Then I do usually about 6 tablespoons of butter, kind of chopped up, spread out through the pan, and I like to let this preheat in the oven while I finish, or melt in the oven while I finish making the rest of the batter. And I usually do about 5 eggs for this. It seems to usually work well. My mom used to make this recipe for us growing up all the time, and it's so quick, so easy. I found myself making this for my kids. I'm sure I make this usually like a weekly basis, maybe even a couple times a week. That's how often we usually have it, and it's really quick. As you'll see here, you just do 5 eggs. Make sure you really whisk the eggs really fine. You don't really want like clumps of eggs. That's not desirable. And then we do usually about 2 cups of milk and whisk it a little more. Just make sure it's well incorporated. And then you add a cup of flour. And that's basically it. You could like leave it there, but I always add like a splash of vanilla and I sprinkle some salt to taste. I probably add like half a teaspoon of vanilla, I think. I never measure, but that's probably what I add. Growing up, we would always call these French pancakes, but I don't actually think that's the correct name. I think this is more like German pancakes, or maybe a variation of Dutch baby pancakes, maybe. But I don't know why in our family, ever since I was a kid, we've always called these French pancakes. So I don't know where that came from, to be honest. But yeah, and so then you just pull the butter out. It's all melted as soon as your batter's done. Sometimes I like to let the butter sit in the oven a little bit longer and it gets golden brown, and sometimes that has a really good caramel taste. But I was in a rush today and I just melted, poured the batter in, and threw it back in the oven. And I never set a timer either. Usually when I smell it, I know it's done. But I'm gonna guess it takes anywhere from like 20 to 25 minutes for this to cook. Maybe less, I'm not sure. But yeah, the final product is done. It's amazing. The butter tastes so good in it. That's really the key ingredient to this. And yeah, it's a staple in our house. You know what? Even if you have extra, I have put this in the fridge, and a lot of times if it's sitting for a day, you put peanut butter on it and then syrup, it still tastes pretty good. So I do that a lot. Thanks for watching.